I'm going to gather some leaves to do some leaf prints today. So follow along as I figure out which leaves work and which ones don't. The ones that work the best are the ones that have these ribbings on the back because they make really good markings. So I'm going to take a few different sizes here and we're going to play with them. These are some pretty hydrangeas. They're so pretty. It's good to find different variety of sizes when you're looking. And actually what I've been doing is I'll just take a whole branch and take the branch inside. And if you put them in between paper towels and make them wet, then they last for a little bit longer. And what else do we have here? You don't want that. That's burnt hazel. I'm just going to take this leaf, or a whole branch actually. And here we have a peach tree. I don't know what they'll be like, so maybe I'll take a few of those in. Just break off a small branch. Sometimes weeds even make a neat texture. Ouch. Roses. Okay, so I was outside and I got a whole basket full of leaves. So I'm going to go through them and I'm going to see which ones work the best. And I'll let you know. As I sorted through the leaves, there were some that were very wilted, some that were kind of, I don't know, fragile. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I put them aside here and I'll show you how the ones that are have the ribs on the back are the ones that are going to make the nicest prints. So I put some Craft Smart espresso on my plate and I'm covering the back side of the leaf using a 1-inch flat brush, and you just brush on a light thin layer of paint on the back of the leaf. Okay, once you have a thin layer on the back side of the leaf, you want to flip it over, and I'm using a file folder here. So flip it over and then you take a piece of clean paper and then you just rub over the whole leaf and then you remove it. And voila, you have a beautiful leaf print. And you just continue doing this, changing up the color if you like. Okay, I'm just going to vary the sizes of the leaves and the style of the leaf as well. Just a thin layer of paint, and you continue that same process. Just being mindful of the wet paint from the other leaf and try to stay away from that when you're rubbing and putting the piece of paper over top of that leaf. Okay, now I'm using copper paint. It's called Copper from Liquitech Basics. And I put a little bit on my plate. This is a little thicker paint, so you may need to dip your brush in some water. And I'm using the peony leaf for this one.